on his unsubstantiated claim that President Obama wiretapped his phone during the election. The president telling the conservative website Newsmax, quote, "This will be investigated. It will all come out. I will be proven right." Bakari?
Well, I think that one of the things that this administration does not have is any trust in or credibility. When you look at the fact that not only has the president, the vice president, Sean Spicer, the chief of staff, Kellyanne Conway, have all gone out of their way and said that there have been no contacts with Russia. We found out that Michael Flynn and Jeff Sessions lied about that. We found out that Jared Kushner and J.D. Gordon and Carter Page have all had these contacts. But to come back to what the president said in regards to this outlandish comment about the 44th president of the United States, Barack Obama, this isn't the first time he's made outlandish comments. I mean, he said that 3 million people illegally voted. He said that the unemployment rate of African Americans was 50% plus. He also said that we had 96% unemployment throughout the 96 million Americans who were unemployed. I mean, this president makes these statements all the time, and these statements are just flatly lies. And so now we have to go back and prove a lie to be a lie, which is a little bit illogical, but the media has to do its job and do that. This is not something that is going to take us away from our eye being on that ball, which is the fact that apparently there are issues with Donald Trump, his campaign, his presidency, and the Russian government.
Okay, Bakari, President Trump, as we know, has had a rather complicated history with former President Obama. Here's a quick reminder of that.
I think that President Obama is behind it because his people are certainly behind it.
And we are grateful to President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama for their gracious aid throughout this transition. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS.
I have great respect. The meeting lasted for almost an hour and a half, and it could have, as far as I'm concerned, it could have gone on for a lot longer. Our president's the greatest divider I've ever seen.
There's one line called place of birth. I'd like to see what he said.
So we've had a statement from the former president's spokesperson denying the wiretapping story. But is it time for Mr. Obama to come out and shut this down himself, Bakari?
Not at all. I mean, the president has served this country admirably for 8 years. He doesn't owe us or Donald Trump anything else. I mean, I think that there's a new New York Times story out right now where Director Comey is asking the Department of Justice to stand up in an unprecedented fashion and shoot this down.
And we have not confirmed that, just to put that out there, but go ahead.
And that's fine. I mean, the point being is that this president lies, and he lies often. My good friend Andre was going down this litany of things that Donald Trump actually, you know, quote unquote, disproved media and everyone else about. Well, let me tell you what he's never come out and actually apologized for or disproved. When he's come out and said that, you know, Barack Obama was of Muslim descent or Kenyan for this whole birtherism lie. The fact that 3 million people voted illegally in an election, that Barack Obama founded ISIS, and now he's simply stating that Barack Obama wiretapped his phones. None of those things have been true. None of those things will be proven to be true. Donald Trump lies, and he doesn't have to, there's nothing to hold him accountable for those lies. And he'll move on next week, and there will be a new lie that he's going to tweet out or rest his case on.
James Clapper, the former leader of the DNI, our former chief spy, came out and said that Donald Trump's accusations were wrong. That was on the record this morning, Andre.
He was on the record saying he didn't know about it.
He said he did not know, and he would know if there was a FISA warrant to tap Donald Trump's phone. And he left in January, and so he would have known if during the campaign if this accusation that Donald Trump tweeted about was in fact true. And then you have Deputy White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She was asked this morning if a Breitbart article was the source of the president's claims. Let's take a listen to what she said.
I think the bigger thing is you guys are always telling us to take the media seriously. Well, we are today. We're taking the reports that places like the New York Times, Fox News, BBC, multiple outlets have reported this.
Okay, so Andre, what is your reaction to that? Basically, she's saying that this was based on these media reports without any sort of hard proof to back up what the president had tweeted.
Well, I don't know where he came from with this, but I feel like if he was willing to put this out there, he must have some information that I don't have, and maybe my friend Sarah Huckabee doesn't have as well.
But what if it ends up he doesn't? I mean, what if it ends up it really was based on these articles? How would you feel about that?
And that's I think that is more than a fair question, and if it is, in fact, he has no way to back it up, then that doesn't help him when he tries to convince the American public of something else. And so it's a credibility issue. He's got to be able to back this up, and he's got to be able to substantiate it.
We got to wrap it up, Akari. I'm sorry so much. Oh. I'm sorry, but we'll have you know you're on all the time. All of you guys are on all the time, so you'll have another chance to say what you want to say. Thank you to the three of you for that really interesting and important discussion.